On episode 1 of 50 Desserts from 50 States, I'm going to show you how to make 2 different types of whoopie pies, a classic whoopie pie and a chocolate with a peanut butter filling. They're a really popular dessert in Maine.
They're wicked awesome.
I'm not saying wicked awesome. No.
You have to do it.
I'm not saying they're wicked awesome. They're a wicked popular dessert in Maine.
No, they're wicked awesome. You just say they're wicked awesome. That's what people say in Maine.
And they might even tell you that they are wicked awesome. Though there is some debate as to what state they originated from. I read that they started with the Amish and they would take over leftover cake and frosting and put them together. And the name came from when children would open up their lunch boxes and find one and they would exclaim, "Whoopee!" If you like the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, links and information are in the description below. We're gonna start by making the cookie part of the whoopie pie. I've already got my oven set to 350 and we're gonna be doing this in 3 different mixing stages. So first we're gonna be creaming together our Crisco, our sugar, and our eggs. So 1/2 cup of Crisco, 1½ cup sugar. I'm gonna quickly cream the Crisco and the sugar together. Once you have those kind of mixed together, we're gonna add 2 eggs. Now whip those in. Next, we're gonna be adding our cocoa and water. You want your water, it doesn't have to be boiling, just want it you want hot water. So if you have really hot tap water, you can do 1/2 cup of that. Or if you need it boiling, put it in your microwave for about a minute and it'll get nice and hot. So 1/2 cup of cocoa, 1/2 cup of hot or boiling water, and then you're gonna mix that in. Now we're just gonna add in the last of our ingredients and then mix up the final mix. 1/2 teaspoon salt, teaspoon baking soda, teaspoon baking powder, teaspoon of vanilla, 2 3/4 cups flour, 1/2 cup of milk. Now we're gonna mix that all up till it's just combined. It is a very thick batter, just so you know. Gone ahead and put parchment paper on my cookie sheet. This is gonna help them from sticking. I'm using a large scoop, which is 3 tablespoon size. So you're just gonna scoop it out. And I do 2 at a time to keep it even so you have enough for one sandwich. These don't spread out too much as they grow upwards, but you still want to give them a little bit of space in between each one. So if you can fit more than 6 on your cookie sheet, go for it. Once you get them on, you're going to use a spatula just to mash them down a little bit so they're not so thick in the middle and it helps them cook more evenly. And now I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, I've got the oven already set to 350 and I'm gonna put them in for 15 minutes. Now I'm gonna show you how to make the 2 different fillings. We're gonna start with the original filling. The recipes that are gonna be listed are gonna be for full recipes, but I'm just gonna be making half recipes so I can do 1/2 of them with the original filling and 1/2 of them with peanut butter filling. So 3/4 cups Crisco, 3/4 cup powdered sugar, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla, 1½ tablespoons of milk, and we're gonna mix that together. Once you have that all mixed together, we're gonna add in the marshmallow fluff. Where I live, they do not have regular marshmallow fluff, which is what the original whoopie pie had. So I'm using Kraft Jet Puff marshmallow fluff. So if you can get your hands on just regular marshmallow fluff, I highly recommend it. 3/4 cups marshmallow fluff. And then you're gonna mix that in until it's just combined. And that's it for just your original classic whoopie pie filling. Now for the peanut butter filling, there's not too much of a difference. We are gonna be halving the amount of Crisco for peanut butter. I have 6 tablespoons of Crisco, 6 tablespoons of peanut butter, 3/4 cup powdered sugar, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla, 1½ tablespoons of milk, and whip it up. And that is all we do for the peanut butter filling. If you eat it right out of the bowl, it reminds me a lot of Reese's Pieces. So when you add it to the whoopie pie, it kind of gets a Reese's peanut butter cup flavor, but I love it just like this. I did try adding the fluff to it and I found it to be a little too sweet. So if you like super sweet, feel free to add some fluff in, maybe a little bit just to see if you like it, but it's perfect just like this. As you can see, they don't spread out too much. They tend to puff up like little cakes. Once you bring them out of the oven, I recommend getting them off your cookie sheet so then they don't keep baking and helps keep them stay nice and soft. And you're going to let them sit until they get to about room temperature because otherwise your filling will just melt right off of them if you put it on too soon. Now that they're at room temperature, I'm gonna first assemble a classic whoopie pie. Take just one for your bottom, Depending on how much you want, of course you can put as much or as little as you want. If you want them really full, you might want to go ahead and make a full recipe. You're gonna run out. And then make a sandwich. And there you go, a classic whoopie pie. With the peanut butter ones, you kind of have an option. I like it just like this. I put the other cake on top and eat it, what I would call a creamy peanut butter whoopie pie. But if you want a little more crunch to it, you can go ahead and chop up some peanuts, dip it right in and put the top on, and you have like a crunchy peanut butter whoopie pie. I wanted to say thank you to my friend Linda, who lives up in Maine, for sharing her whoopie pie recipe with us. If you have a dessert recipe or a suggestion for the state you live in, let me know in the comments. And if you're from Maine and you think I got it wrong, I'm curious to hear what you would have picked. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Can I say Mainer even though I'm not a Mainer?
I don't think so.
I think that's illegal.
You need a fun fact? Fun fact.
No, I want to just do this. I'm sweating to death. I don't want a fun
The
fact.
state cat in Maine is the Maine Coon cat. Did you know that?
So it's a number like that, right? 220.
Close. It's a size 410.
I was nowhere near that.
So at least you didn't do like 50 or something like that.
No.
All right, last fun fact. Geographically, Maine is bigger than the other 5 New England states combined. I think people from Maine will like that one.
Is New York not considered a New England state?
Correct.
So it's Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, and New Hampshire. No, that's and Maine. Is there 6 New England states? Maine.
I just said the other 5.
Oh, okay, I got them.